okay, I think it was in October in 2003. I went to Paris for the weekend, and I was walking around, and I suddenly started feeling very dizzy. I remember trying to go up the Eiffel Tower. I couldn't. I was just feeling really dizzy, and with the dizziness, I started getting panic attacks. Well, I didn't really know they were panic attacks at the time, but looking back on it, they were. But basically, I just started to feel really, really anxious, nervous, couldn't walk anywhere. It was this weird feeling. I couldn't explain it. I was with my partner. I remember trying to talk to him about it, and I couldn't explain it. And it was kind of, I was just, it was very, very difficult to put into words what it was. It was just, it felt like I'd taken drugs. But it wasn't, and it was really scary at the time.
And I think for anyone's experienced, everyone's read my book. That was very similar to how my illness started as well. And it's a very, very difficult experience to explain. Obviously you understand now that what it's caused by is that the nervous system being so far run down that effectively it goes into a state of shock because it's like the body is trying to kickstart itself by firing off adrenaline because it's so depleted. Totally. But then what that creates is then the feeling of panic and anxiety.
Totally.
And because I remember you then went to casualty, is that right?
Yeah, I went to casualty, and because I just didn't know it was freaking me out, really freaking. I was really scary, and basically said, you got a virus or something like that. So I went back to London, and I was feeling odd, and very, I wasn't feeling great, but I went back to work, and I was at work for about a week, and then I just got ill and had to take time off work, and then I kind of felt very viral. It started feeling very viral, like I really did have a virus, like, I had a flu or something, or a serious virus. And then from sort of October to, I guess, November, was just really a pattern of being ill for a few days, going back to work, not feeling great, being ill again, and off and on at work, and getting worse and worse. And I didn't really know what was happening, and it really, really started freaking me out. And me being the sort of person I am, went onto the internet and started researching all these kind of illnesses and thinking I had this and I had that and all the rest of it, freaking myself out even more. Well, I just felt like, I really felt in that week that somebody was really taking the gas off the pedal. It just felt like the car had been revving, my car had been revving at full tilt, and someone's just slowly taking the foot off the gas pedal, and I could just feel myself calming down. And it was a really revelatory experience, actually. And by that point, this was, after I'd been seeing you a couple of weeks, I'd made a lot of progress, and I was still having ups and downs, but the ups were definitely getting to the point where, I remember, like, for example, a few weeks after I started seeing you, I went into town for the first time. I took the tube. I hadn't taken the tube since I'd been ill. I couldn't have done, really. As much for being ill, as much for being panicky, all the rest of it. I took the tube into town and went to a shop. I didn't do much, but, it was those things that I started doing. So that made it, it made a huge difference. Can I just say one thing, Alex? I just want to, before you close. Sorry, I know it's going to take it over, but this is important. Someone said to me, if there's people listening that don't know about any of the techniques and everything, but that's fine. That you can learn. But what I'd like to say to those people, and from someone that's been there, is that don't believe the crap. You can get better. I've seen people that have been ill for 20 years that have got better. And whether you do it through Alex or whoever, it's possible. And the first stage in recovery is to believe it's possible.